Good morning, Calvin here, Shedding Sheep New Zealand, and I'm out bright and early because yesterday didn't quite go to plan, because I'm selling some ewes today and some lambs. I know it's very unlike me to be selling sheep, so my plan is to sell off my late lambing ewes. So those are the ones that are lambing in September. I did it really well. I actually moved my lambing window a little bit because my big ram went to Whangamomina, so Morty went down there to service another flock, and Minty, my traditional Wiltshire, went out with my girls with a red rattle on, and he marked up a few straight away. There's some nice sheep too actually, and I'm a little sad to be losing them, but I'm steadfast on my plan. Well, I was. Plans don't always go to plan, of course, and it was all going good. I'd sent the numbers to my buyer, pre-approved, sent the numbers down to her, and then the other day this happened. That wasn't meant to happen. That happens to be her mum. That happens to be her sister. I might have to relinquish my goal this year of those early lambs. Yes, you are my problem. So she is going to be kept number 14. She will go in with the ewe lambs, and she will lamb with the ewe lambs. And I'm going to see if I can get her to cycle earlier next year. She comes from a really good line of sheep. So she may not look the most fantastic at the moment. I know that if I have a hogget or a two-tooth that looks like that, the resulting older ewe, the four-tooth, is that one there. Hey Granny, what do you think? What do you think, Granny? Hey, miss? You grumpy this morning? Right, so I've got ewes to get sorted, get in the trailer. So this little girl here, I kept her, even though she's got that dirty tail. Her mum was a terrific milker. Mum reared a 26 kilo carcass lamb in 19 weeks, so I was hoping to use that, but that dirty tail, and she is a maiden two-tooth, she didn't lamb as a hogget, so a bit disappointing. But I have her sister. This one is a Glen Bray ewe, reared a beautiful lamb as a hogget, nice ewe. She was on my watch list for not keeping the condition on like I would have liked, but slight, so I'm okay with her leaving. This big red one over here, the big girl, she was one of my buy-ins, and she was right on the lambing window, so technically she could have stayed, but I'll sweeten the deal for the buyer. Little two-tooth there that I bought at a sale, don't really have much history. This little girl, she's a bit disappointing. She grew a beautiful lamb. She's only little, but as a hogget, she grew the most beautiful, chunky little lamb. And something happened because she was marked in one of the early, so she's lost that lamb, that pregnancy, but then returned and gone back to the ram. She was a little bit smaller than I really wanted, so I'm not a little upset, but not too bad. Right, there's got to be some more. Here's another red one. She's a 6-tooth that I bought in. She's okay. I'm not too disappointed about that one. And then this little one, another buy-in, two-tooth, a little bit smaller. So I've got those 7 sheep to get on the trailer, along with some ewe lambs. This Dot here, she's going somewhere else, so she's getting swapped for a hunting trip. Hey, my resident fence crawler pain. If you go, you can go. Lovely condition, but someone else had their eye on them, and then she got the red mark. You can go. Just get rid of a few of these girls. You can go. Out you go. Go on. Out you go. Out you go. You can go, little red one. You're the only one. You're my problem. Out you go. Go on, Granny. Go on. Out you go. Go on. Good girl. Good girls. Out you go. Just drop the numbers a bit. Go on. Go eat some grass. Come on. Oh, we're stopping there. Good girls. Out you go. Not you. You may go. A few more, please. Go on. Right. As part of my culling process, I also have a profit profile on every one of these sheep. Aren't sheep fun? So yesterday I repaired a gate, 2 gates actually, and see that little lamb there, that one? I fixed that. There's a rabbit! Those 2 lambs and the one over behind me were all together in that paddock there. And that gate unfortunately is swung incredibly high. I just reused the bottom hinge and swung a top hinge into it. So now I have 2 sheep in that paddock and 1 sheep in his paddock. I also put a new latch on this one because the latch is down low and my pigs get through it. Go on. So this deal started at the Tikawiri sale yards, and I was sitting there and I got chatting with the woman who's buying my sheep, and we actually started with the suggestion she was going to buy some of my little ewe lambs as finishing lambs because she grazes a few blocks and tidies up a domain, and they would have been perfect. But then she suggested she would probably want something for breeding, and I wasn't so keen. So I altered the deal a little bit and I swapped out the 3 of my smallest replacement lambs, ewe lambs, and then she got the 7 ewes. Also involve, part of today's activities also involve 4 of these little girls going to a new home. I sold their mum the other day, and now you guys are going down where I got Jack from. Down to Minty, your season is finished. Leave the ladies, come on. Alright, as standards practice, I'm giving them a drench as they leave. Of course I talked to the person who's buying them, and she'd either drench them when they got there anyway, so I may as well do it. Off you go. 10 sheep, 1 trailer. Oh, a hand would be fantastic, Henry. Ten sheep loaded. Beauty. Fortunately my neighbour turned up and the sheep pretty much just ran into the trailer. It was very nice. Right, let's get driving. You're all happy? Yep. Hey, little girls. Little girls, you're going to a new home. I'll bring them over. I'll bring them over. So I can do a profit and loss or a profit profile on every one of the sheep that I've got in my trailer. So I can work out when I'm doing a movement of sheep, and in this case, whilst they are my cows, they're not really a cull in the fact that there is something seriously wrong with them. They're being culled or moved on, sold, because they are just lambing a little bit later. So I'm probably better to call them a trading ewe or a sales ewe. So I've got everything in there from the couple of two-tooths that had lambs for me last year that are actually very well placed economically in my flock against other equivalent two-tooths. I've got one that's earned me nothing. She's been nothing but cost, number 18. But I did have hopes that she could make that up, because for a lot of people with two-tooth, it doesn't have a lamb until she as a four-tooth, as a 2-year-old. So that's quite normal for them to only be at cost. A couple of them, of course, a couple of the sheep have come into my flock, and I call it ewe wastage, where they don't mesh and they don't fit into my flock. So they get moved on quite quickly. The two 6-tooths actually were fine and would have fitted within my lambing window, but they were right at the end of the lambing window, so kind of sweetens the whole deal for the person who's buying them, that they're going to get two really quite nice ewes there too as well. Although they are a little bit older, and she particularly wants those younger ewes, hence the two-tooths have some good value to her. I think it's really, really important just to be totally upfront with what you're selling. You may leave now. Oh, you've got your pellets.
Come on.
Some of these girls are into pellets.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
See, mine are straight into pellets as well.
That's what I want. Just guess how I got them over to my place.
Oh, yep, with pellets.
Yeah. Come on.
Not bad considering they just came out of a trailer into it.
I didn't think they would. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, God, I'm going to be able to. But I'm going to get rid of all. Mine have all got yellow tags, the lambs, this year's lambs. And, but yeah, I'll, you know, what's not going to get left, what's not an animal. Oh, these go.
Yeah, I saw it. Look at it. Well, there you go. Delivered. They've been in the trailer since 7:30, so they're a bit yucky, a bit coloured.
Yeah.
So this little one here, she was born in November.
Yeah.
She's out of my second best line of sheep, but she was just too late.
Yeah.
The other ones, that's and out of a hogget. Yeah, so one of mine's had like got a stubby tail.
Yeah.
So that's the Glen Bray.
Yeah.
And the others have all got tails. It's a bit of a trip. I was meant to sort them out last night and I didn't get it done. Oh. And then so this morning it was like, what am I gonna do? So I was up early and it was too dark. I couldn't get them in.
Yeah.
But I got them in. I got them sorted. I drenched them this morning, so they had triple max this morning. The ewe lambs were drenched about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So they've just had another drench, seeing they're moving.
Yeah.
And then my neighbour turned up and I'm like, I've got 20 minutes before I need to go. And it took like 2 minutes and they all just jumped in the trailer. Because the back folds down. Yeah. So the back, it's like a horse float, so it folds down and they just all jumped in. I'm like, woohoo!
I had to get blood thinners.
Oh yes, hello. I've actually got some pellets in the back here as well. Because they were in the container. They were in my trailer. They're going to blend in fine.
What sort of pellets do you?
Oh, I've just got some long acre feeds, universal feed. Yep. Come on. In your new house. Come on, here you go. There you go. New house for you. Good girl. They'll settle in just fine.